Hi folks, this is all the fruit, and here I have a Juneberry. A Juneberry native to Germany. Strange, right? All our Juneberries in parks and gardens are actually exotic species, mostly imported from North America. And wild Juneberries are not too common in Germany. When you look around, you will see why. Look at the countryside here. Steppes, Mahaleb cherries, feral lilac, wild native cotoneaster species. Well, on those slopes somewhere I saw them. The Mediterranean, the sub-Mediterranean Montpellier maple, which is more typical for southern France. And such giant cliffs are also much more typical for southern France. This is the biggest cliff in Germany. Well, the biggest cliff between the Alps and the Norwegian fjords, basically. Yeah, the Mahaleb cherries are also a Mediterranean to Middle Eastern plant growing in places like Syria and Iran. So yeah, you can see the habitat here is not very typical for Germany. This is a stretch of a couple kilometers along the Nahe River with all those cliffs and steps and other stuff. But it's a very narrow stretch, like 100 or 200 meters left or right of this almost sub-Mediterranean area. You have typical German climate with typical German forests and fields. And yeah, the Juneberries, we are already in July. And this was quite a droughty year. Here a lot more than in my area in Heidelberg. And yeah, the fruit are kind of dryish. They will not be in their prime. But for example, the one here to the left still looks good enough. Very sweet. Maybe the sweetest Juneberries I've ever eaten. Yeah, I would say the stuff is more sweet than all those ornamental Juneberries. Interesting. Nice. With a nice plum flavor. I have dried Amelanchier, a species from Canada. And it's not as tasty as those here. Yeah, very nice and tasty. I've tried the European Juneberry a couple times before. I wasn't too impressed. I don't know if this is a very interesting genotype or if it's because of the drought. You can see it's pretty dry. We've had 3 years of drought now. Even plants like the lilac are suffering. And the Juneberry growing here on the bare rock also. But yeah, this was really a surprise. I didn't try the stuff before I started the video. Yeah. Yep. Tastiest Juneberry I've ever tried. The dried ones are basically like dried plums, and the fresh ones, well, the kind of fresh ones are more or less like plum jam. It's good stuff, folks. Didn't expect that. So folks, this was the native Juneberry in quite an unusual area for Germany. Stay tuned for a lot more fruit videos on the beautiful country of Germany. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe.